That's a beautiful project, Taylor. Looking forward to seeing that come online. I'll give you my leasing deposit after this. It is definitely a pleasure for me to be here today to welcome you to the Virginia Beach State of the City Address. Town Bank is honored to be the presenting sponsor of the series of 5 State of the City addresses. For many years, hundreds of business, civic, community leaders from across Hampton Roads have come together for the State of the City meetings. After 2 years of mostly virtual meetings, we are happy to be able to meet together in person again. The Hampton Roads Chamber's motto is, "We mean business," and our chamber continues to step up to helping businesses as they recover from 2 very challenging years. Members receive outstanding support from the Small Business Development Center and the Chamber Education Series, as well as a variety of networking opportunities. In difficult times, it's encouraging to know the Chamber is always there for its members. Also, a partner to the business community, Town Bank has grown over the years from 3 offices in 1999 to more than 40 offices today throughout Hampton Roads and Central Virginia, as well as North Carolina. Here in Virginia Beach, we have 6 offices to serve you. As your financial services partner, we maintain the #1 deposit market share among other banks in Virginia Beach and throughout Hampton Roads. We are grateful for your support. Additionally, we are excited to learn that Forbes ranked Town Bank as the #9 bank on its 2022 Best Banks in America list. Thank you. This is the 4th year that Town Bank has appeared on the Forbes list and the first time we've been in the top 10. We continue our commitment to serving others and enriching lives by supporting hundreds of local charitable organizations through donations, scholarships, and grants. Since our founding, Town Bank has contributed more than $90 million to the communities we serve. Here in Virginia Beach, we support nonprofits like Seton Youth Shelters. The organization provides shelter, counseling, outreach, and mentoring to runaway, homeless, trafficked, and at-risk children 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. It is a shocking statistic that 1 in 30 youth between the ages of 1 and 17 experience homelessness each year. Since opening their doors in 1985, Seton Youth Shelters has helped more than 350,000 young people. Now, Seton Youth Shelters has a wonderful opportunity to consolidate all of their operations in one location in Virginia Beach that will include new boys and girls shelters, playground and recreation areas, and space for services administration, as well as community education programs. We are very excited about this project, and Town Bank is honored to be a part of the capital campaign. Town Bank is committed to bringing more affordable housing to Virginia Beach. We work with Virginia Beach-based developers to provide funding to build multi-million-dollar affordable housing communities. Additionally, we are longtime supporters and partners of the Virginia Beach Community Development Corporation, which provides high-quality, affordable housing to low to moderate-income individuals and families, with a focus on veterans and homeless populations. Now, it is my honor to introduce Mayor Bobby Dyer. Virginia Beach has seen a number of successes during 2021. In a moment, Mayor Dyer will tell you more about his city's achievements, but let me highlight just a few. Virginia Beach has the lowest crime rate among cities of its size. Virginia Beach has been named #1 of the 10 most kind-hearted cities in the country by Volunteer Match. Cities were ranked based on crime rates, sustainability efforts, and volunteerism. Virginia Beach opened the International Incubator to help international companies set up operations locally, and also opened The Hive, a collaborative workspace where entrepreneurs can connect with resources and find support to grow their endeavors. More than 9,000 volunteers served over 770,000 hours to help their city. Virginia Beach earned a perfect 100 on the Human Rights Campaign's Municipal Equality Index for the second consecutive year. Virginia Beach secured third place in the Digital Cities Survey. Mayor Dyer was sworn in November 2018 as mayor of Virginia Beach and re-elected in November 2020. He represented the Centerville District on City Council for 14 years. Mayor Dyer served in the U.S. Marine Corps from 1968 to 1972 and is the first veteran elected as Virginia Beach mayor. He is proud of his service to our country and how that helps him relate to our many military service members and their families in Virginia Beach. He earned a bachelor's degree in physical therapy from St. Louis University, a master's in public administration from Fairleigh Dickinson University, and his PhD in organizational leadership from Regent University. Mayor Dyer currently serves as a city council liaison to several committees and regional commissions, including the Process Improvement Steering Committee, which he initiated. Mayor Dyer just retired from work as a physical therapist. He and his wife, Trish, have 2 children and 4 grandchildren. Please join me in welcoming Mayor Bobby Dyer.
Thank you, Buffy. My goodness. Ain't it great to be in Virginia Beach? And welcome so many people, my family, my friends, the people that work here, the people that come and live here. And let me just say, using my little bit of Irish heritage, before the high holy days of St. Patrick tomorrow, in my brogue, top of the afternoon to all of you. Thank you for being here, and isn't it so awesome that we are once again in person? I don't think any of us imagined that 2 years later we would still be dealing with the aftermath of a pandemic, but here we are. As challenging as it has been to adjust to life over the last couple of years, our city has undeniably demonstrated tenacity and resilience that we've never known, and we're coming through this period stronger and more steadfast within our commitments to our residents every day. Due in large part to the pandemic, 2021 was truly a year for all of us in the city organization to work together, recover from the impacts of the pandemic, reinvest back into our communities, and reimagine what the future of Virginia Beach can look like. None of our successful recovery efforts could have happened without all of us working together. As we all know, no one can do this alone. And that's why this year I'm delivering the State of the City address alongside our magnificent city manager, Patrick Duhaney. Patrick came to us from Cincinnati, Ohio in 2020, when we were only a few months into the pandemic. And since then, his intellect, leadership, and just greatness, inspirational leader, helped us to shepherd through these unique circumstances. Mr. Duhaney.
Thank you, Mayor. And it's truly my honor and privilege. It's truly my honor and privilege to serve as Virginia Beach's city manager. It's one of the most humbling and most challenging and the most rewarding jobs ever in my life. So truly, every day, I'm truly blessed to serve in this role. And Mayor, you're absolutely right. None of our successful recovery initiatives would have been possible without the hard work of our city council, our city staff, and everyone involved. We've made tremendous strides throughout this recovery, and we're continuing to take steps to ensure the long-term sustainability for our residents and businesses here in Virginia Beach.
It's hard to believe that at my last State of the City address, our Vaccinate VB initiative was in full force and had been underway since the beginning of 2021. More than 124,000 vaccines were administered at Station 8 and the Mass Vaccination Clinic, which stood up right here at the Convention Center.
In April 2021, we transitioned to the Virginia Department of Emergency Management and the Virginia Department of Health, assuming all functions of the vaccination efforts. Weekly vaccination clinics and testing sites were operated in schools, churches, and other community centers across Virginia Beach. And the Virginia Department of Health currently reports that more than 311,000 people in Virginia Beach are now fully vaccinated, and over 128,000 people have received boosters or their third dose. Knowing that vaccines remain our best defense to reduce the spread and diminish serious illness and hospitalization, we continue to support the Department of Health in the efforts to protect the community by providing access to tests and vaccinations to whoever wants them. Our Medical Reserve Corps played a key role in this mass vaccination effort, but that's only a tidbit of what their presence had. During 2021, the number of actively serving Medical Reserve Corps members grew from just 300 to 900 volunteers. These hardworking members logged more than 52,000 hours supporting 400 events and ultimately saved the city in $1 million. And throughout the year, the city maintained its extraordinary record of volunteerism in other ways as well. Throughout the city organization, more than 9,000 city volunteers served nearly 778,000 hours, which equates to $22 million in service to the city of Virginia Beach. Our recovery efforts have been steadily bolstered by the many dedicated volunteers who invest their time and energy to support the city in a variety of capacities. Volunteers help to provide service to the community year-round, and Virginia Beach would not be the amazing city that it is without them. Let us now take a moment to recognize all of our city volunteers, EMS, Fire Department, the Department of Health, our Medical Reserve Corps, and our Community Emergency Response Team members, all of whom help keep our mass vaccination clinic running and who serve the city in so many other ways. Thank you.
While we're speaking of so many of our medically trained volunteers and staff members, we also like to recognize someone who's been a leader in the healthcare community in Hampton Roads for 42 years, Howard P. Kern, President and CEO of Centera Healthcare. Howard has announced his planned retirement for later this year. But for more than 4 decades, Howard Kern has used his expertise in healthcare growth strategies, integrated delivery networks, and improved patient experience to help build Centera Healthcare into the largest health system and second largest private employer in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Throughout the current pandemic, Howard's commitment to patients and staff was evident, with Sentara being the first health system in Virginia to offer drive-through COVID-19 testing, the first to create in-house COVID testing test lab, and a leader in providing free COVID testing in underserved communities and rolling out COVID-19 vaccines. To simply say that Howard Kern has devoted his professional life to advancing modern healthcare would truly be an understatement. Howard, thank you. God bless you for what you have done, and no doubt will continue what to do. The work of Sentara and healthcare providers had a huge impact on the city's recovery. And our recovery has occurred in other ways too. Understand that the crisis of the pandemic would affect nearly every aspect of life for our residents. City Council got to work and put in place city relief programs that provided financial assistance to residents for taxes, utility bills, and grants for nonprofit, cultural, and community organizations.
And for those who may not know, throughout the pandemic, in the 2 years of the pandemic, our City Council has provided more than $105 million in relief to nonprofits, to businesses, and the residents of Virginia Beach. One of the largest sources of relief came through our Virginia Beach Pandemic Relief Partnership. VB Relief provided essential resources to residents and businesses through more than $20 million of funding approved by our City Council. It was a collaboration of United Way of South Hampton Roads, the Food Bank of Southeastern Virginia and the Eastern Shore, the Hampton Roads Workforce Council, and LISC Hampton Roads. Through this partnership, financial assistance was provided to more than 4,200 households in Virginia Beach. Our Human Services Department partnered with the Food Bank to host 4 drive-through food pantries where 400,000 pounds of food was distributed to more than 6,300 households. That's enough for more than 338,000 nutritious meals that families across Virginia Beach and beyond were able to enjoy at absolutely no cost. The VB Relief Partnership enabled hundreds of residents to enroll in workforce training programs and funded more than 900 grants to local nonprofits and small women and minority-owned businesses. The success of VB Relief laid the foundation for a new grant from the City of Virginia Beach with funding from the American Rescue Plan Act. $15 million over the next 3 years will be used to provide business relief in partnership with LISC Hampton Roads and to launch VB Thrive, a holistic approach to move families to permanent self-sufficiency. VB Thrive will build upon the successful outcomes of VB Relief by making further inroads toward long-term recovery by providing support to 50,000 families in Virginia Beach who are struggling to make ends meet. VB Thrive will work with a variety of partners to support these individuals and families with mentoring, housing, workforce readiness, and wraparound services, including in-depth coaching to guide participants to their path of self-sufficiency.
Michelle Anderson, President and CEO of United Way of Southampton Roads, had this to say about Virginia Beach, and I quote, "Thank you for setting the tone and providing a relief model, not only for our region, but for our nation. It was an honor to deliver such a critical project for the City of Virginia Beach community under your leadership. As always, we are proud to be your partner and look forward to building on the foundation of VB Relief and using the insights we gain to launch VB Thrive. This major reinvestment into the community allows us to meet citizens where they are to provide the assistance that they need. Helping families move from surviving to thriving and helping businesses and nonprofits continue to recover from the effects of the pandemic and set themselves up for a more successful future is a key to maintaining the city's long-term recovery. There's no doubt that, like most other cities around the country, Virginia Beach has experienced a share of difficulties in recent years, but our resilience has helped to see us through. As you will find out, a more ideal example of a personal tenacity and resistance than this next young man that we would like to recognize here, Adonis Lattimore. Adonis is a senior at Lansdowne High and an amazingly skilled wrestler who dreamed of being a state champion in the sport all through high school. A year after the pandemic forced the cancellation of high school wrestling, Adonis's dream came true in a historic fashion. Just last month, right across the way in the front of the hometown crowd at the Virginia Beach Sports Center, Adonis, who was born without a right leg and a partial left leg, achieved his amazing dream and defeated a very tough opponent to become the Virginia State Class 6 wrestling champion in the 106-pound class. Adonis's strong athletic abilities, coupled with his determination and resolve to win, is an inspiration to us all about what can be accomplished when you focus on your dreams. Since his win, Adonis' story has gone viral, and the video of his championship-winning match has appeared on several national and international media outlets, including ESPN, CNN, and CBS Sports and USA Today. Let's once again give honor to one of the heroes in Virginia Beach.
What a great story that is about Adonis. And Adonis, you represent the best that is Virginia Beach. One of our local businesses is also representing Virginia Beach and making a name for themselves on a national scale, and that's Drone Up. Drone Up.
It's coming. Boy, we got a surprise for you. Patrick, I just think we had a boxed lunch and beverage service delivered. And hopefully there's a 6-pack of Guinness in there too.
So, Drone Up, they're a Virginia Beach app developer and drone services provider, and they won't let me tell you the number, but they recently received a significant investment, and it's a big investment, from one of the world's largest retailers, Walmart. Walmart is now using Drone Up technology to develop the store's drone delivery service at 3 Northwest Arkansas locations to start, with plans to eventually replicate this delivery system throughout the nation. As a result, Drone Up will grow their number of employees from 100 to 600 by the end of this year, with 40% of the jobs residing in Hampton Roads. Let's take an even closer look at Drone Up.
There's lots of great ideas, but the core of it is you have to be able to execute on them.
DroneUp is a global drone services provider. We provide drone technology and innovation services to public and private sectors, both domestically and internationally. We realized early on that drones were going to be revolutionary and they were going to have an impact on a lot of businesses.
There's so many things that drones can do to help. We've just begun to tap that. Save costs, to improve lives, keep sick people out of stores, for example, if we're delivering medicines to them.
With all of the things that have happened over the last year, the sudden desire to how can we use these more? How does it have now a new role in reducing the amount of transportation that's on the road and really moving towards a carbon neutral logistics environment?
Almost every retailer is trying to figure out, and delivery company is trying to figure out, thread the needle of delivering packages by drone. Infrastructure analysis, construction monitoring, all kinds of different inspection services that can be done with it.
And search and rescue was an early way to demonstrate just how effective they could be in having a positive impact on our communities. I think that most people can't comprehend what really is in the future for these, but I can tell you that DroneUp's going to be a part of making that happen.
Virginia Beach has been very supportive of new technologies and drone technologies in particular. All along the way, we've had total support from the city of Virginia Beach.
Virginia offers a lot in terms of the ability to build and grow businesses. We have a robust workforce. We have a state that has been committed to workforce development for many years. The weather conditions here are great. It facilitates year-round indoor and outdoor R&D testing if you're in some type of industry like ours.
Pretty much the first people we hired all had military background. This is a great area to recruit folks.
But I love it. I love the climate. I love the tempo, the opportunity to be able to have this in our backyard. Also, our proximity to Northern Virginia is actually really helpful, and to Washington, D.C. So we've been able to, make trips. We've had multiple opportunities to engage with the FAA directly at that level, and that's really helpful as well.
I think Virginia Beach is a great place to live and work. It's got a city feel. It's got restaurants, shops, and everything as you would expect from a community that gets a large amount of tourism.
We like Virginia Beach. My kids went to school here. We consider this home, and we just didn't see that there was a better place to start and grow this business than right here.
It's obvious that DroneUp is a fantastic success story. We love to see our local businesses find success and experience expansion to new heights. Please recognize DroneUp's presidents Tom Walker and Chief Operating Officer Anthony Vitone and all the DroneUp team members who are here with us today. In Virginia Beach, we aim to provide a foundation for local and growing businesses to reach that kind of national or even international success, whatever they may dream of for themselves.
And Mayor, you're right, we certainly do. And recently, we announced a new program created to support entrepreneurs and to grow local small businesses, the Virginia Beach Small Business Capital Access Program. This collaboration between our Economic Development Department, Hampton Roads, has made $400,000 available to qualified small businesses through a zero-interest loan program of $15,000 to $25,000 each. We know that these loans can make a huge difference for small business and our investment in the success of all businesses here in Virginia Beach. In 2021, we opened 3 different facilities aimed at supporting businesses at every stage of development, whether they're just starting out, growing, or an existing business looking to establish a new presence in our city. Last year, we opened the Hive Small Business Resource Center, the Virginia Beach Bio Accelerator for companies within the biomedical and life sciences industries, and an international incubator adjacent to our Economic Development Office to assist international companies with the resources to allow them to set up shop in Virginia Beach and easily expand into our community. Providing the services of these facilities shows how serious we are to our commitment to a thriving and diverse business community in Virginia Beach.
That's right, Patrick, and not even the pandemic could stop many of our determined business owners from opening or expanding their footprint in Virginia Beach. Last year, I had the honor to take part in nearly 50 grand opening and ribbon-cutting celebrations all across our great city. From boutiques to banks, from medical facilities to mobile food market, the variety of new businesses and community-based organizations makes me proud to call Virginia Beach my home. These moments make my job as mayor just that much more rewarding and fun. We wholeheartedly welcome all these new businesses into the fold and look forward to them becoming a big part for the reimagining of the future of Virginia Beach. One of the organization's expansion that I had a great pleasure of participating with is Operation Smile, right here in Virginia Beach. As most of you know, Operation Smile is a medical organization which provides cleft palate surgery procedures to patients in countries all around the world that unfortunately have under-resourced health systems. In October, Operation Smile hosted a grand opening of the Anthony L. Hideko S. Burgess Interactive Learning Center. Students, the community, and visitors about culture, medicine, geography, and leadership, as well as the mission of Operation Smile. Let's take a glimpse at the Interactive Learning Center.
All right, everybody, single file line. Thank you. This is your friend Lorraine for today. Can you take extra special care of her for me?
Dear new friend, it was nice meeting you today. Even though we've never met, it feels like we have so much in common. I didn't know there were so many children our age who need to receive cleft care or that some aren't able to get it right away. It makes me want to learn more about people who live all over the world who need special help.
Makes you really think, doesn't it?
Yeah, I wish there's something I could do to help.
There is. Never stop learning. And whenever an opportunity arises to help another person, take it. We all have the power to do that. We all have our part to play.
Thank you, new friend, for being
so brave. You make me want to be brave too.
Ava, they're ready for you in surgery.
Your friend, Ava.
Wasn't that fantastic? Please join me in recognizing Operation Smile's founders, Dr. Bill McGee and Kathy McGee. Thank you both for your tremendous humanitarian efforts.
The city is also using existing resources to expand how business is done and remain forward-thinking in our approach to long-term sustainable business and economic opportunities. In January, the Navy and the City of Virginia Beach Development Authority signed an intergovernmental support agreement that will pave the way for future base design at Naval Air Station Oceana. Under future base design, NAS Oceana, in partnership with the city, will unlock up to 1,100 acres of underutilized land on the installation and make it available to lease to private businesses. Future-based design is intended to reduce the Navy's infrastructure costs and redirect savings towards its primary mission of increasing naval power. This concept will help drive economic and private business development by creating mutually beneficial partnership opportunities between the Navy and the private sector. Rear Admiral Charles Chip Rock, Commander, Navy Region Mid-Atlantic, was quoted as saying, This partnership is a great example of why the Navy is proud to call Virginia Beach and all of Hampton Roads home. And likewise, we are so very proud to share our community with the Navy and our other U.S. military forces.
Now, as you heard earlier from Dominion Energy, another significant initiative for Virginia Beach is offshore wind. And soon, every day will be Wednesday. Just a few short decades ago, some of us hadn't even heard of the term renewable energy. But harnessing nature's power has been in use for thousands of years. Just think of the very early uses of water wheels, windmills, and solar power. In 2020, the Virginia Beach Clean Economy Act was signed into law, creating binding clean energy targets for the Commonwealth. This law also paves the way for local governments and businesses to have opportunity to collaborate with local utility companies to help accomplish the Commonwealth's clean energy goals.
The Virginia Clean Economy Act helps to establish Virginia as a leader in clean energy and makes it the first southern state with a 100% clean energy standard. As the world moves toward cleaner and more efficient energy sources, we are positioning Virginia Beach to become one of the main offshore wind energy hubs. And we're taking the steps to prepare for the industry's success. As you heard, the success of the 2 Dominion Energy wind turbines that are currently working off the coast of Virginia Beach are exceeding expectations, and we're actively working with other companies that specialize in development, construction, operation, and maintenance of this renewable energy source. We anticipate future growth of a large group of these corporations that will accelerate offshore wind development right here in Virginia Beach. Additionally, the city has partnered with Tidewater Community College and appropriated $1.9 million to purchase offshore wind training equipment that will support the industry's workforce development. TCC has already acquired augmented reality stations and sea survival equipment and plans to launch their offshore wind-related training classes later this year. Future workforce development efforts for the offshore wind industry include a memorandum of understanding the city has entered into with New Anglia Local Enterprise Partnership in the east of England, an area that is well known for its offshore wind industry. This MOU will facilitate the collaboration between academic institutions and training programs that will help build and sustain a skilled workforce for the offshore wind industry in Virginia Beach. We recognize the major role that renewable energy will play in the global economy of the future, and we are specifically poised to make the most of it while benefiting our community as well.
Another major initiative the city has wasted no time to get to work on is our #1 priority, flood protection program, which voters overwhelmingly supported with their approval of the $567 million bond referendum on last November's election ballot. In Virginia Beach, flooding affects everyone in one way or the other. This comprehensive program will provide fiscally sustainable long-term flood protection by combating the effects of recurrent flooding in our communities.
And we're in the process of completing construction of the place where future generations of Virginia Beach residents will attend council meetings and conduct other city business, our new City Hall. After years of planning, input from staff and members of the community, and the hard work and dedication of all the departments involved, we will move into the new state-of-the-art facility that will be the new work location for myself, the mayor, city council, and several other city departments. The building has been outfitted to meet the current space and technology needs for staff and city leadership to enable them to deliver services to our citizens and to continue to govern our city the best way that we possibly can. The new building, just like our current one, will be the People's City Hall. It will be the public space where planning It'll be a public space, and we're planning a public, open-style celebration to mark the beginning of a new era in city government. Look out for more details coming soon.
Something else coming new in our city is our local election system, which changes how residents will select locally elected leaders. Virginia Beach's new election system is a 10-1 system, which creates 10 districts of approximately 46,000 residents in each district. Under this system, each voter will be able to vote for the mayor and the representative for their new council district. Precinct and polling location changes are currently still being determined, but the city is committed to providing residents with all the information that they need to help with this transition to the new system.
The new City Hall building and our 567 bond referendum program are not the only projects that the city is hard at work in terms of bringing forward. The city is in works to put forward many projects, and many of these projects will take place throughout Virginia Beach, and it will be focused on shoring up our infrastructure, upgrading our utilities, and enhancing our public safety, parks and recreation, and tourism programs. And here are just a few of these projects right now. For the 13th consecutive year, our public schools reached a record on-time graduation rate and the lowest recorded dropout rate. These rates, along with Virginia Beach's pass rates on the standards of learning tests, all outperform the Commonwealth's averages in these areas, with the challenges that COVID has presented for our school system in particular. It's nothing short of amazing that they were able to maintain such a high standard of excellence in education. High-performing schools contribute to a good quality of life for our residents. Thank you for your dedication to ensuring the education of our children. Let's all please take some time to recognize our school superintendent, our school board members, our educators, school counselors, and everyone in our public schools community.
There's a lot to be proud of here in our city, Virginia Beach. Despite the challenges we confronted during the pandemic, it's good to know that it hasn't diminished the fact that residents still feel that Virginia Beach is a great place to live, work, and play. Recent findings from Old Dominion University's 2021 Life in Hampton Roads survey shows that nearly 90% of residents rate both the quality of life in Virginia Beach and the quality of life in their neighborhoods as either good or excellent. This survey also found that 98% of Virginia Beach's residents have a high trust in our police department. Safest city in this great nation, my friends. We continuously work to maintain the trust of citizens and the high quality of life for those who live in Virginia Beach. Last year, I announced the formation of the Virginia Beach Idea Commission, chaired by Dr. Amelia Ross Hammond, to represent every facet of our community as we examine projects and initiatives through the lens of inclusion, diversity, equity, and accessibility. More information on our first phase of work will be released in the coming months, and we are actively seeking to engage the citizens of Virginia Beach in our efforts. We know that we have areas to improve. However, the high rankings that we receive reinforce that several national studies consistently show about Virginia Beach is that we are among the best in so many ways.
The last year was all about how we continue to recover from the impacts of COVID-19, reinvest back into our communities, and reimagine what the future looks like for Virginia Beach. Part of that reimagining is to continue to bring new events to the city to help infuse fresh energy and excitement back into the environment, elevate our position as a world-class destination, and generate tourism revenue, which is one of the key pillars of our city's economy. And Mayor, I think you have a big announcement that you'd like to make.
Oh yeah, I do, Patrick, and this is going to be exciting. Virginia Beach, Get ready for Jackalope. What do you think? Now, if I tried any of that stuff, I would wind up as the star of that TV show Ridiculousness. The mayor falling in gullies and everything. Jackalope is a 3-day action sports festival that features international caliber competitions in skateboarding, base jumping, rock climbing, surfing, and more. It's the largest action sports event in Canada and has been a fixture in that country for 10 years. And now this world-known festival is making its U.S. debut right here in Virginia Beach. Patrick, June 2023.
Yes, sir. So, Jackalope is an adrenaline junkie's dream. This thrilling sports event will also feature graffiti art, music performances, food trucks, and much more. With our city's deep history of skate culture and other outdoor activities, this high-energy, action-packed festival is a great fit with Virginia Beach's outdoor sports culture and provides a unique opportunity to showcase the city in a way that it has never been before.
And we're happy to say that this year, after being canceled or scaled back due to the pandemic, many of our signature events are back in full force. Let's hear it for the Shamrock Marathon. Let's hear it for the Naval Air Station Oceana Show, the Neptune Festival, and another point of pride in our city, the longest continuously running surf contest in the world. The East Coast Surfing Championship will celebrate its 60th year. And for the first time, every professional surfer, great surfer in the world, is coming right here to Virginia Beach due to our success. East Coast Surfing, Virginia Beach. And here's something else to look forward with warm weathers: concerts at the amphitheater. We're thrilled to see the return of so many other fun events that Virginia Beach is known for. Our goal is to be the template for the Commonwealth and our nation on how a city can come together with resilience and tenacity. I can't name another city that made it through COVID like we did. A lot of people spend big bucks to come here and visit. Well, guess what? We get to live here, work here, and play here. I'll tell you, the future is here. From drones to wind energy to action sports event, and more important, the future is in Virginia Beach.
Let's all reimagine the future.
Together.
Thank you.